Hi, everyone. You're at
Hello.
Chicks Talking Pics. Hi, Jenny. What are you doing today?
Well, just enjoying still being out in Idaho.
Oh, good, good, good. How fun. Ballooning again
Yeah, all summer.
all summer.
It's almost over, I guess.
That sounds like fun. Too much fun. Well, we've got quite a show this afternoon. Uh, well, we're going to try to make it quite a show for you. We've got some great images
Yeah,
that we're not sure if we're going to
have much to say.
have much to say about them. So anyway, we're going to go on and take a look at the first one. I think we've got a set of four. So this
Yeah.
might be a little bit longer or shorter. Who knows? We'll see.
Who knows?
So
We never know.
we never know. I know. All right, Jenny, you're first. This is
Okay.
Bodie. Bodie Leaning Outhouse?
Outhouse. So this is at the Bodie Ghost Town in California. It's a state park, I believe. I've only been there once. It's a very interesting place. I love the treatment that the maker did on this. He did a great black and white conversion. Just the textures on the outhouse and the clouds and everything, they all bring it together. And you have the nice little path leading between the bushes towards the doorway. You know, it's all just kind of comes together, and I really don't have anything constructive to say to improve it. I love it the way it is. What do you got?
So you're gonna throw it in my lap now.
I'm going to throw it in your lap because I'm stuck.
It's beautiful. I love the leaning part of the whole thing. It's like, days gone by, that's for sure. Again, you said that little leading path to the outhouse is a great start. And the conversion to black and white is just phenomenal. Just love what you've done. I know that you put a little vignette on this because you like vignettes, but it does show somewhat, but not enough to bother my eye. It's beautifully done, but I want the point to be made that it helps get the viewer to look into that outhouse. And actually, my eye is drawn inside the outhouse to that light color board that's there in the background. Which tells the story of the light coming through the window, and then my eye just follows it everywhere else. I love the storm clouds. I like the position or the where you place the horizon in this image. Making that outhouse bigger than life or bigger than yourself really helps tell the story of the outhouse. Yeah, very nice. Let's see what this maker did as far as settings goes. So 1/320th of a second, that's totally fair. 5.6 aperture and ISO 200. Perfect. Anything to say about that, Jenny?
No, I love the sinking feeling of it. Looks like it's just being swallowed up by the earth.
Right. Yeah, that lean is so, and somebody's trying to stop it from falling with one board. So
Sorry about
very
that.
cool. Very cool. Nicely done. All right, our next image. Well, you should have gone on first on this one, Jenny, but I will. I like the fact that it's placed right in the middle, smack dab in the middle. It's symmetrical. It's got a nice background, stormy background. The color is great. Exposure is wonderful. Love the border. Although I'm not sure, you have to check when you're putting this in a competition, whether borders are allowed or not. So, but I do like the border a lot. I can't say that there's anything I would change. I might wish that there was a little more drama in the top part of the image, in the background, in the clouds, but hey, you know what? That's just being picky. Jenny?
I think the dry air is getting to me up here. Yeah, I'm not sure if he took some of the color out of the clouds. They look like they were desaturated a little bit while the saturation of the bloom was brought out. He's definitely added the stroke around, which is fine. It doesn't bother me, but if it was a competition, you would have to make sure that the rules allowed for it.
Yeah,
Um,
good. Let's see what the maker did as far as settings. So 1/250th of a second is appropriate. F8, nicely done. And ISO 320. Yeah,
yeah,
all
I
those
mean, it's
look.
got tons of detail in the
Mhm.
the pilot that's flying, and just overall very nice.
Yeah, the red is, of course, a great color to have in your images, but you've got a little hint of golds and blues and greens in there too. Yeah, really nicely done. Position of the the pilot is really nice. Although you can't see a lot of detail in the pilot, his where his arm placement is and all that kind of stuff. That's really, really nice.
Mhm.
Good. All right, Ginny.
Okay, completely different from the last one. Again, another really nice black and white conversion. I'm thinking this might be a school of some sort. I don't know.
Let's see, the name of this one is Maasai Classroom in Tanzania.
Okay, so it is a school. I love that all the kids have these just wonderful expressions on their faces. The only one that bothers me is that first little boy. Assuming it's a boy that's looking down. If maybe there was another image in the sequence where the eyes were up and looking like, the face behind him is just wonderful. The smile and the bright faces. Again, the treatment is really well. I like the angle. He's using a diagonal, which is always a stronger compositional element. And obviously it's brighter outside, and that doesn't bother me that you're getting bright white coming in, because it's not overpowering. Yeah, it's a gorgeous image.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why it's black and white, because of that, really the highlights in the background. But on the note that you said the boy in front, his eyes are looking down. Well, the third boy in, or the third student in,
Mhm.
is looking totally away. So
Well, yeah, but that doesn't bother me as much, because
really, okay, all right,
he's looking away and looking at the other kids. I mean,
okay.
yeah, it would be great to have them all looking forward, but
Yeah, I think they're all doing their own thing, and none of
yeah,
them bother me. But I do
okay.
like that diagonal. I did not even have that in my notes, but I do like that diagonal of the both of the benches and the perspective of the photographer, and having that one subject up front and larger the teacher maybe.
I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume, because there's keys around the necklace, so
Mhm.
maybe, I don't know where the key what the keys would do. I don't think you can lock that place up. But anyway, yeah, a beautiful image, nice conversion, nice tones, blacks and whites, and just the whole gamut, the whole zone, touches on everything. And you're in a schoolroom, you've got a little desk in the background. I can't say anything. What would I do to improve this one? I make the kids look forward, but I don't think that's a problem. The border is okay. I mean, again, borders are nice, but just watch where you're going to submit this. So good job. Let's see how this was. Down in the right hand corner, I've got one.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Yeah, it's hard to see. 1/250th of a second at f4. Oh, that's an F4. You can tell that everything falls off, and it's not sharp, the people in the background. But then just a hint of more kids in the background is not a problem. I think the maker purposely picked F4 to keep that one teacher in sharp, in focus. That's his main goal, is to get people to look at that first person, and then just have the suggestion of the background. And then ISO is 3,200. That so that room, it must have been really shaded under there, and so you've done a really great job bringing out some of the detail. Yeah. Anything else, Jenny?
Nope. Great image.
Yeah, really great image. All right, so I know a little bit of story about this, and so we're going to do maybe not anything different, but I'm putting up the first one the maker sent and asked me to change it. So watch carefully. They did a little bit of processing on the second image, which is the exact same image. But now watch what happens. I'm going to flip to the second image. Did you see that? It's much lighter. Let's go back to the image, the first one. And you can really tell on the sides in the hanging ferns there. And I'll go to the second image and you can see the brightness. I think it did a world of difference. Now, you might like a darker image, but I think the whites are whiter and much nicer in this second image. In the second processed image, it's the same image processed two different ways, or processed the same, but the second image was lightened, given a, anyway, that's what I believe that's what he said, was lightened. So, and I think it's a lovely crop, just the center, kind of an intimate portrait of this waterfall. One thing that I love the shutter speed, and we'll see what that is in just a minute, but I like the milkiness of the water. The only thing I'm going to say that you might work on here is on the left side. There's, you know what, I'm going to try to get my tool up here. Let me see if I can't quickly get that up and show you what I'm talking about. Draw. Okay, here we go. I'm talking about this right here on the left side. You can see this little bright spot. Everybody see that right over here? And even maybe a little bit down here in the corner.
Yep.
That's kind of distracting to me, especially this little spot right here. So I'm going to clear that, and then we will ask Jenny.
Yeah, those are both easy fixes to just darken up a little bit. The only other thing I really had to add was that the whites are just bordering on too bright. I think they're almost lost detail. But I mean, in this context, it's not really a bad thing because you know they're going to be bright. It's just to be careful not to go too far into the overexposure of those whites. I definitely like the lighter version better. You get a little more detail in the greens, you know, because that's mainly what's lighter.
Yeah, I think that's what lightened it up, is the greens made it really, really pop.
Yeah, it just gives the image a different mood. You know, not as dark, and not that the other one was dark enough to be foreboding, but this one just makes it a little calmer and more serene, being a little lighter.
I agree. All right, let's look at the settings on this one. So 1/8 of a second. Nicely done. Now, you know, when you go out to shoot a waterfall like this, you play around with that number. You know, sometimes a rushing waterfall would only take 1/15 of a second or 1/20. Or you might go down even further than 1/8 and, you know, go to a 1/6 or a whole second. I mean, it just depends on how fast the water's flowing, you know, how much you can see through the water. Here you can see through the water a bunch.
I think if you did it much slower, you'd be losing detail behind the waterfall. Yeah,
F9, great area to be in, and ISO 200 to keep the noise out. So very nicely done. I think I've thrown in a comparison here, so I'm going to go to that next. Yeah, so you can see if you're comparing the two images, the one on the left is a little darker, and you might like it that way.
Mhm.
And the one on the right, but I think you see it mostly in the greens, like you said, Jenny.
Yeah, it's almost like it's just vignetted, but it's a little more than a vignette.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's up to you. It's all subjective. So we appreciate these images coming in once again. If you would like us to discuss your images, in the manner that Jenny and I do, we like doing this. So, and we're not very mean. So send them to chickstalkingpics@gmail.com. And if you could please size them 1920 on the long side and make them a JPEG file, that would be great.
And while you're there, hit the subscribe button and the notification so you know every time we put out an episode.
Sounds good. Can't
Yep.
wait for the next one, Jenny.
Okay, we'll see
All
what comes
right.
in.
Hey, thanks everybody for joining in again today. And you have any questions or the images, send them on in. We're available.
Okay,
All right. We'll see you next time.
bye.
Bye.